When you bring home a Goodwill find, you give your whole town a reason to celebrate because you're also funding local job training and placement programs in tech, healthcare, and more. Goodwill. Bring good home.
Home fire drills give your family a plan of action. In a home fire, you may have less than 2 minutes to get out. So when you drill, show everyone 2 ways out of the house, pick a safe meeting spot, and get there in under 2 minutes. Then practice home fire drills at least twice a year. You can even make them fun. So everyone knows the sound and exactly what to do when they hear a smoke alarm. Go to ready.gov/firedrill and learn how to prepare your family for home fires.
Welcome to Eagle Eye News at 6. I'm Abigail Griffin.
And I'm Kinsey Neighbors.
This past weekend, Auburn not only defeated Kent State with a score of 55-16, but they made ground with their consistency and their offensive line. For the first time since 1983, Auburn had 3 ball carriers rush over 100 yards apiece.
The Auburn Tigers turned their offensive woes around with a much-needed blowout win against Kent State. The game plan for this game was run the football, and run the football they did. Auburn rushed for 467 yards behind the efforts of Jartavius Whitlow, Joey Gatewood, and Sean Shivers, to name a few. Each had at least 100 yards rushing, the first time Auburn has had 3 100-yard rushers since 1983. Kent State made it interesting in the second quarter when quarterback Dustin Crum threw a 53-yard bomb to Isaiah McCoy to cut the lead to 4 with 10 minutes left in the second quarter. Bo Nix did his part, throwing a beautiful ball to the streaking Eli Stove to put the game out of reach at 38-10 late in the third quarter. He added a rushing touchdown with a couple of good zone option reads, showing the improvements Coach Gus Malzahn has been echoing in his press conferences. Whitlow had a game to remember, bullying and bulldozing his way to 2 scores and 135 yards rushing. Joey Gatewood gave the fans something to be happy about, knowing if Bo ever went down, he would be someone the fans could count on, showing his speed around the outside to get past a couple of Kent State defenders for the score.
Auburn gets another great win from the home crowd here at Jordan-Hare Stadium, improving to 3-0 on the year and looks to continue their winning ways next week going into College Station against Texas A&M. Reporting live from Jordan-Hare Stadium, my name is Tim Humphrey, Eagle Eye TV.
In Auburn's big win over the Golden Flashes, Jartavius Whitlow ran 135 rushing yards on only 17 carries.
Coach Gus Malzahn spoke briefly about the game and said that playing a lot of backups was really good for developing depth. It was really good for our morale and for some of those young guys to get out there and show them what they can do. The play of the game occurred in the third quarter with a perfectly executed flea flicker from Bo Nix to Eli Stove to put the game out of reach at 38-10. There was not much needed from the Pinson Valley native tonight as he only threw the ball 16 times, completing 12 of them.
The Tigers will go up against Texas A&M this Saturday. Kickoff is at 2:30 p.m. Central Time and can be seen on ESPN2.
Homecoming on the Plains meant a new Miss Homecoming was crowned. Announced at halftime, the Miss Homecoming was the result of a week-long campaign by 5 candidates on campus.
And the 2019 Auburn University Miss Homecoming is Mary Stewart.
Senior Mary Stewart was named Miss Homecoming at halftime at the game Saturday. Stewart ran on a platform centered around preventing child abuse. She's from Selma, Alabama, and is studying communications. Yesterday, Southern Single Track Trail Series announced its second annual Chewacla Cha-Cha Trail Race, 5K and 10K. The race included 1 5K scenic trail or 2 scenic trail loops for 10K.
The race began at 8 a.m. Central Time, and awards were given to the overall male and female of each race. The officials enforced that no transfers, refunds, or deferments were allowed.
Each runner received a race shirt and a medallion, and as well as tons of trail cred. A portion of the proceeds for the 4th race in the Southern Single Track Trail Series will go to the Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation.
For the past 2 weeks, Auburn fans entering Jordan-Hare Stadium have taken notice of the new metal detectors that are at each individual gate. The metal detectors are required at every SEC stadium to provide stronger security. Eagle Eye spoke to fans outside the stadium on Saturday to get their opinion of them.
I think it's probably a great idea with society and all the crazy things going on right now. It's probably a good idea. Well, I did hear there were long lines and people were frustrated because it took so long to get in. because of the metal detectors. But I think it's, something that's going to start happening everywhere.
We thought it was going to take like an hour, so we got there way too early, and it went really fast. I felt like it wasn't super efficient, but that's okay. I just felt like it was kind of a cheap metal detector, but I guess it's good they're there and we're safer.
Sorry. I think it's good. I think it went a little bit quicker than it has been in the past, where they've had to pat you down and search your boots and everything like that. And I think it definitely is an added safety measure that's needed.
They say they will continue to evaluate and make any necessary changes if needed to improve the process for everyone involved. Fans are encouraged to show early because of the anticipated long lines to get inside the stadium.
After the break, a look at the new graduate business building located in the College of Business.
You're watching Eagle Eye TV, Auburn's news leader.
This is what high blood pressure looks like. Talk with your doctor to create a treatment plan that works for you. Go to loweryourhbp.org.
After 15 years of smoking, Eva Marie quit. There's a new lung cancer screening that could save her life. You stopped smoking. Now start screening. Learn more at savedbythescan.org.
Nearly 3.5 years have gone by since 3 people were gunned down at a local Auburn club, and now the capital murder trial is underway for the defendant accused of the killing.
According to the WRBL, the jury selection began last week in the capital murder trial of Turabian, known as Trent Cobb, who was accused of killing 3 people when gunfire was exchanged in the parking lot outside of McDonald's Lounge just off of North Donahue.
The 3 victims included the first cousin of Cobb, 43-year-old Rico Cobb, 32-year-old Roderick Nelms, and 25-year-old Jadarian Spinks. A 4th person was also injured in the shooting. The trial will resume Friday morning.
Auburn University's School of Forestry and Wildlife are on the forefront of preparing new career options for students interested in wildlife, forests, and the environment. These careers will require professionals that have multidisciplinary skills that also incorporate the most recent business trends, sustainability practices, and technology.
We are expanding our degree programs to help our students develop necessary professional skills to excel in today's job market, says Dean Janaki Alavalapati. Within the state of Alabama alone, forestry, wildlife, and natural resource industries have contributed around $24 billion to the economy each year.
The new degree in Wildlife Enterprise Management provides the education and skills needed for a variety of careers and will require a business minor for many opportunities after graduation.
It is a great day in the life of Auburn University.
The new business building has its official name. Announced Friday afternoon at a ceremonial ribbon-cutting event, Horton Hardgrave Hall is named for 2 former deans of the Harvard College of Business. Dean George Horton served as the dean of the college from 1973 to 1984.
Bill Hardgrave served as dean from 2010 to 2017 and is the university's current provost. The building was funded through donors, including a $15 million gift from Auburn alum Raymond Harbert, who the college is named. Auburn SGA President Mary Margaret Turton spoke to Eagle Eye at the event about what this building means for students.
This new Harvard College of Business building, I think it really is a game changer for students. I think that it's going to mean opportunities for us to be creative in the new Tiger Lab. I think it's going to mean opportunities to collaborate and learn what group effort really looks like. And I really think it's going to be an amazing place to bring recruiters and to showcase what it means to be a part of the Harvard College of Business. I'm so thankful for all the donors who have made this happen.
A new hibachi restaurant is open in Opelika, and we went to take a look this week.
This new Harvard College.
Upon arrival, we were able to interview the store's manager, Alice Chen.
Hi, my name is Alice Chen. I'm a manager in Kabuki Japanese restaurant in Osaka. And we are the Japanese restaurant we have a hibachi table, which is a chef food in front of you. And we also have the sushi bar, fresh sushi bar.
Kabuki Japanese Steakhouse and Sushi Bar opened 2 months ago on Enterprise Drive in Opelika, Alabama. Kabuki's mission is to satisfy our guests with the best food quality, excellent service, and great value while providing a pleasant and clean ambiance for an unforgettable dining experience. Hi, my name is Kinsey Neighbors, and I am reporting from Kabuki Japanese Steakhouse. We just ate some really good hibachi with great service and awesome sushi. It is located in Tigertown, so come down to Kabuki Japanese Steakhouse if you want some great hibachi with great service.
Kabuki Japanese Steakhouse and Sushi Bar is open for lunch and dinner daily.
The first few weeks of class, adjustments to transit routes unfortunately caused a few problems. In response, SGA worked to see what could be done and was able to redevelop 2 new transit lines. Members of the Student Government Association Cabinet were on the Haley Concourse on September 4th to get feedback about the Tiger Transit issues and on-campus parking, which also has a few complaints as well.
The routes addressed the most were the South Donahue Line and the North Auburn Line, said Julianne Lynn, Executive Vice President of Initiatives for SGA. SGA members then rode the referenced Tiger Transit routes during peak hours and documented their observations. After reviewing the feedback with Chris Harris, the Manager of Transit Operations, and SGA members created solutions to address new routes, which included a new stop and additional bus to South Donahue and North Avenue.
SGA sent out an email to every student who gave feedback through Auburn Answers notifying them of the new improvements made to the new routes. SGA was pleased at how brief the process was and were grateful that their requests were taken into consideration.
This week's Pet of the Week is a speedy little guy. Speedy Gonzalez is the coolest puppy around, and in case you were wondering, he did get his name from how fast he can run. He is known as Speedy G by those he knows best and is estimated to only be 1 year old. Speedy G loves to splash around in whatever water he can find.
He loves all of his puppy friends and loves to play tag with whoever he wants to. He loves people and would rather not be left alone for long periods of time. Speedy G is up to date on his vaccinations, microchipped, and heartworm negative. Meet him this week at the Lee County Humane Society and fall in love just like everybody else does.
After the break, an unlikely culprit has claimed the life of an Australian man.
You're watching Eagle Eye TV, Auburn News Leader.
Get it.
Get it.
Get it. Get it.
Get it. Get it.
Is she gonna get it, Daddy?
She'll get it. Get it. Get it.
When you bring home a Goodwill find, you give your whole town a reason to celebrate because you're also funding local job training and placement programs in tech, healthcare, and more. Goodwill. Bring good home.
Home fire drills give your family a plan of action. In a home fire, you may have less than 2 minutes to get out. So when you drill, show everyone 2 ways out of the house, pick a safe meeting spot, and get there in under 2 minutes. Then practice home fire drills at least twice a year. You can even make them fun. So everyone knows the sound and exactly what to do when they hear a smoke alarm. Go to ready.gov/fire drill and learn how to prepare your family for home fires.
An Australian man has unfortunately died after an attack by a swooping magpie bird. The 76-year-old cyclist was riding his bike in the park when he veered off of a path to avoid a swooping magpie, according to police. A magpie is a native Australian bird that begins swooping every September and October shortly after the magpie breeding season.
The territorial birds begin breeding in August and will swoop often to protect their young from perceived threats. So far this year, there have been 1,570 swooping nationwide, resulting in 189 injuries. The cyclist then crashed into a fence post, was thrown onto the ground, and suffered extreme head injuries. He was airlifted to the hospital where he later died that evening.
That is so crazy.
I know.
That magpie, that's insane. That's all we have for you tonight. Be sure to tune in every Monday at 6 and catch all the latest headlines at eagleeyeauburn.com. I'm Kinsey Neighbors.
And I'm Abigail Griffin. Thanks for watching, and War Eagle.
It's my job to pay attention to the game, and I take my job seriously.
While I'm busy watching the game, I need your help keeping an eye on the stands.
If you see something that doesn't look quite right, tell a law enforcement official.
We all play an important role in protecting our communities, and you can help.
If you see something suspicious, say something to local authorities.